Alright then, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Crypto Space. So in today's video we are going to cover Kaspa, its recent price action. I found a couple of interesting tweets and details and charts for Kaspa, and of course we are going to cover a couple of interesting metrics for Kaspa in general. We are going to cover BTC, its recent price action, longer outlook for BTC, and of course we are going to cover altcoin charts too. So guys, if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing, and a quick disclaimer that this video is not a financial advice. And now let's hop into Kaspa itself. So Kaspa is currently trading at 11 cents and is currently experiencing a 0.1% of leg down on a 24-hourly time frame. So now market cap is currently sitting at 2.6 billion USD and 24-hour trading volume is currently sitting at 35.9 million USD. So guys, altcoins are pretty much seeing that recovery, which is obviously great, and Kaspa doesn't necessarily see that recovery at the moment. However, I do believe that this is calm before the storm for Kaspa, right? There is no time in which every single altcoin is pumping, and obviously every altcoin, I believe, has its time. Every crypto in general has its time if it comes to the pump. So firstly, I'm going to cover a couple of interesting metrics for Kaspa, tweets, etc., and after that we are going to look at a BTC, and after that we are going to look at Kaspa's chart so we can see of what we can expect in coming days, let's say. So shout out to Mr. Kaspa. So the 10th largest Kaspa wallet has gone from 0 to 150 million coins in the last month. Could this be an exchange preparing to list Kaspa? So guys, that could be also an insider from certain exchange that has potentially some inside news. My thoughts. And now Kaspa one-day chart. So no comment, just look at where we are. And yes guys, of course these times at the moment, you know, Kaspa is boring in general. However, if we are going to look at zoomed out chart, we can clearly see that Kaspa is making its way up. However, there is going to be more stable growth, just like with BTC. And now shout out to Kaspa enthusiast. Kaspa is a sleeping giant. The chart indicators have cooled significantly in recent weeks and the conditions for the new rise are positive. Bullish dots for Kaspa. The number of Rust nodes is rising sharply every day. The network is running without problems with the new Rust code KRC20. In under development ecosystem on Kaspa Blackdog, just in case if you wouldn't know, hash rate increases strongly due to the new ASIC miners. The bad news is the world is getting less and less, and what I believe he meant is probably the emission schedule, right? So every single day when I'm reading these news for you, what is the current reward and the next reward, guys, and the next reduction, that is basically it, right? Miners are getting less and less as a reward for a Kaspa. So exactly the same as with BTC. So I believe that this dude meant exactly the same. And now when in doubt, zoomed out. Last time RSI went in low, we went 5x. So guys, this is a weekly chart for Kaspa, and that exactly is brewing, right? Last time we're in these levels for RSI at around 50, we saw huge pumps for Kaspa, and these huge pumps, the biggest two pumps, happened only 2 times for Kaspa, so we potentially could see another huge leg up for Kaspa. And now let's compare Kaspa to BTC. So max supply of Kaspa 28.7 billion, Bitcoin max 21 million. However, now fair launch, both of them had a fair launch. No ICO, no developer allocations, driven by community, and that's true for Kaspa. We are that part of community, purely decentralized, proof of work, secure, and no pre-mining. So guys, this is very big, you know. That's like, I believe Kaspa is the only currency that we can compare to Bitcoin. And also on the top of that, Kaspa is much faster than BTC, so we can see that visually. So Bitcoin 1 block per 10 minutes. Obviously BTC is slow. I'm not discrediting BTC over here, guys, please don't get me wrong. Bitcoin, in my opinion, of course, it's gold and it's going to be the king of the crypto market. However, there is definitely a possibility to have silver standing right next to the gold, right? So anyways, I digressed a little bit. Let's look at Kaspa 10 blocks per second, Kaspa 32 blocks per second, and Kaspa 100 blocks per second. And obviously this is not what we are running at the moment. However, this is something that Kaspa is going to achieve. So the plans are very ambitious for project of Kaspa, and I really do believe that Kaspa can become our crypto silver. And now current reward is currently sitting at 117 Kaspa. Next reward is going to be 110. Next reduction is scheduled in 15 days, and the hash rate is currently sitting at 225 terahash per second. The highest ever hash rate was 240. And now if it comes to Rust migration, we are currently sitting at 20.5%. So guys, this is big because I believe that 2 days when I was reading these news were sitting at around 15%. And now let's have a look at addresses holding over 10,000 Kaspa. So on the 18th of April, we were sitting at 72,780 and now we are sitting at 72,930, which gives us a difference of 130 new wallets. And now if it comes to addresses holding over 100k Kaspa, that's 30 new addresses in the last 2 days. And now guys, big thing, I would like to cover BTC a little bit before we are going to look at Kaspa's chart, okay? So bear with me these couple of extra minutes. So first of all, just then, Bitcoin miner Riot Platforms rings the closing bell at the Nasdaq. So guys, this is the beginning of the revolution and true crypto adoption, okay? Of course, huge prices are not going to come, you know, tomorrow. However, this is the beginning in general, and I'm not talking over here about this bull cycle. Of course, we are going to make money during this bull cycle, but I do believe that the future for crypto in general is very, very bright. And now guys, let's have a look at BTC. BTC is forming a Wyckoff reaccumulation pattern. It seems like price is currently in phase C, where we can expect some consolidation near the lower support zone before another leg up, guys. So if we are going to look at the model of Wyckoff accumulation, which I do actually mention about quite often on the channel, we can see that we are now in that temporary Wyckoff accumulation, let's call it that way, and we are basically going to most likely see some sideways price action for BTC. We might see, you know, BTC touching all-time highs. However, that is going to, let's say, take a couple of weeks and potentially even, you know, end of May, let's say, at least according to the Scalping Pro. So shout out to the Scalping Pro. And now guys, if we know that we can expect some sideways price action for BTC in coming, let's say, weeks, month or two, perhaps, we can expect Kaspa pretty much going sideways for a while, right? And I know that I've said in the previous tweets that, you know, everything is looking bullish, right? However, we do have to have that catalyst and next leg up on BTC, I believe. So these profits and of course, you know, potentially great news with exchanges are going to cause Kaspa's price to spike to next level. But anyways, let's have a look at the 4-hourly time frame first and let's see what is brewing for Kaspa. So on 4-hourly time frame, Kaspa is pretty much seeing these lower lows and we have touched that support level that is currently sitting at 11 cents and looks like we are being pushed down again on the 4-hourly time frame, and that is very important if we are going to hold with that support at roughly 11 cents. I do hope that we are not going to go much lower. However, it doesn't really matter what I hope for, right? If we are going to dip below and potentially even, you know, BTC could do another surprise towards the downside, then we have to treat this dip as an opportunity to scoop up, because obviously everything that I have showed you guys shows, you know, bullish, you know, outlook for Kaspa, you know, if it comes to fundamentals and technicals. However, we do have to remember that, you know, market is very unpredictable because obviously BTC is driving that market forward or either downwards. But anyways, let's have a look at weekly time frame over here for Kaspa, guys, right? So basically I'm referring right now to this previous tweet saying that we were only 2 times, saying that RSI was at these low levels only 2 times, and that is true, guys. If we are going to look at RSI currently, we are basically touching the same level as before. So let's have a look. What was the first pump, right, when we're seeing so high on RSI? So that was 5x, exactly 5.5x. And if we are going to look at the second pump, that was around 2.3.4x. So guys, we could see another huge leg up in coming weeks, let's say, for Kaspa. It's very difficult to say when exactly we are going to see that pump. However, as you guys can see, Kaspa is pretty much a sleeping giant in my opinion, okay? Let's now have a look at BTC's inflows. All right, so we do actually have a positivity now if it comes to ETF inflows, guys, because we are on positive as of yesterday, 30.4 million. Obviously Grayscale dumped 45.8 million. However, we had some buying pressure from other asset managers, and as of yesterday BlackRock didn't buy anything. Anyways, let's look at longer term outlook for BTC. So still, guys, we are dancing in these areas of previous all-time highs for BTC, and we still haven't reached that only up territory for BTC, guys. So we are in the verge of something really big, I believe. Anyways, shout out to the Scalping Pro again. And now bears are making a big mistake. There is an inverse correlation between USDT dominance and Bitcoin. If you look at the dominance chart, it has been in a downtrend since Bitcoin bottom and it's recently broke below 5% mark. Currently, the dominance is retesting the point of breakdown, which looks like a bearish retest. On the other hand, if you look at BTC, it has closed one of its highest weekly candles and it's testing its previous all-time high, which looks like a bullish retest. Yes, BTC is down about 19% from its recent highs, but it's very normal, and in this cycle we've already seen 4 such corrections between 20 to 23% since the bottom. There might be a bit more downside left, but selling now could be a mistake. If USDT dominance gets rejected and BTC holds in the current levels, we might see another upward move soon. If USDT dominance is going to see lower levels, we can expect a next leg up for BTC, and of course what is going to come with that next leg up for Kaspa, hopefully. So now let's have a look at altcoins, guys. All right, so this chart is excluding BTC and Ethereum on a weekly time frame, okay, and that was created by Mickey Bull Crypto, so shout out to Mickey Bull Crypto. So if we are going to look at the standpoint of Madrid ribbon and moving averages in general, we can clearly see that we have just flipped green on that Madrid ribbon, right, and we are still in that, let's say, blue box according to Mickey Bull Crypto, and we still haven't reached that only up territory. So if I'm going to look at my chart, guys, that's pretty much similar case over here. If it comes to altcoins, that's on a weekly as well. So as we can see, we are being rejected from these big levels that led us to previous bull cycle, and not mentioning about all-time highs, right? And yet we still haven't reached that box of only up territory. Well, we can say that we technically reached that box, however, not with green candles. So we still have some time, guys, to accumulate Kaspa, I believe, before the next leg up, and I do believe that next leg up is going to be quite big. Now another chart for alts. Shout out to El Crypto Pro, and this chart is altcoins excluding BTC on a weekly time frame, which means they're including Ethereum. So guys, let's first of all examine what happened in 2016. We can clearly see that we had that accumulation phase for altcoins, then we had the pullback after that, and after that we saw, you know, that only up territory pretty much. So the same case in 2020, right? We have exited that Wyckoff accumulation, then the pullback, and after that we saw parabola for alts. And if we are going to zoom at 2024, well, this looks very, very similar to me, guys. All right, so we do have to retest that major level that leads us back to the previous cycle as a support, and after that I do believe that we are going to see a bounce towards the upside. Ladies and gents, I know that Kaspa's price action is boring. However, based on everything I have shown you, I do believe that next leg up is going to be legendary, and in general altcoin season is going to be legendary. Thank you very much for watching this quick Kaspa, BTC and altcoin update. I hope that you have guys enjoyed it, and I wish you have a great day or evening wherever you are in the world. Peace and love, crypto.